No banga bali one for bagi bali one fede on taco boom yeah do ya banama. No banga bali one to go manga bali one
From the National Information Dissemination Center, good day and welcome to Citizens Agenda, a 30-minute program intended to provide citizens access to information through community radio content syndication. It is a production of the Association of Liberia Community Radio, ALICOR. I am Florence Flomo. Coming up, delay in the construction of the proposed Obama Health Center in Babado County leaves citizens frustrated as they alarm that the lack of a health center in the area is a medical risk. Teachers in Saglipia Nima County troop to commercial banks following the government's suspension of the payment of salaries through mobile money. We will bring you the story of a physically challenged man in Polowu, Olahu District, Lofa County, whose work has contributed significantly to the existence of his community. These plus a lot more are coming up in this edition. Stay tuned. The construction of a 3 senior high schools is set to begin in Grand Cru County by the Liberian government and partners. The 3 secondary schools will be constructed by the government with support from the World Bank through the ARES project. The move, according to the government, aligns with the government's ARES agenda, which emphasizes equitable access to quality education across the country. From Barclayville City in Grand Cru County, Patrick Euban reports.
The construction of the school in Double, Gillard, and Willaport will lead to elevation of the Banking, Veneto, and Nefu junior high schools to a secondary school level. The development is expected to ease the burden on students and families who face mounting challenges in migrating to other communities in search of secondary education. Nicholas Doyenwille is acting Grand Cru County Education Officer. Wille explained that the absence of senior high schools in some districts in the county, despite their growing population, has contributed to massive dropout of students in those areas. The Grand Cru County Acting CEO emphasized the importance of community involvement in ensuring the success and sustainability of the infrastructure projects and urged local stakeholders to collaborate with ICC and take full ownership of the schools.
We are asking you if you serve as government eye to these projects. Improving results in secondary education is to make sure that every education district have a high school. So in as much the government has a policy that every child should go to school, you should create that avenue where they will have access to education. Therefore, they bring these structures in your district, in your community, not just to be served as something that anybody wake up, you go and damage. These structures, they will spend good amount of money. So you as a community, you should be a watchdog.
CEO Wule also reiterated the Ministry of Education's commitment to improving the quality of secondary school by providing necessary training for teachers and supplying logistical support to public schools across Liberia.
Today, we are struggling to have qualified teachers in some of our communities because those communities do not have high school. The ministry is interested to train your children as teachers before they can get on payroll. But how will the children be trained if they're not getting out of high school?
The International Consolidated Contractors (ICC) has been awarded the contract to implement the projects. ICC has promised timely and quality completion of the projects. Hassan Ahmed is leading the International Consolidated Contractors team and applauded the Ministry of Education for reposing the confidence in his entity and promised to deliver it on the government's infrastructure agenda.
Sorry, brother. I'm coming here to help us for the good school, professional school, this high school. The people is here. We need sorry because all will help me to finish quickly. Sure. This is 1, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I don't know. 4 months is finished, complete. To your children directly will start this school. Please, no need anything for us. Only help me for handwork and working is here for people because we no need pay for anyone for outside. Yeah. We need help for all the work. He helped me again for the work. Please. Thank you so much for us. This is work, maybe small time. We'll start directly. 3 months is finished, or 4 months, inshallah.
The decision by the government to construct additional secondary schools in the county being received was joined by local education authorities in the county, the district education officer for Willabo, and Grances Patrick Play.
Each time I negotiate for the rebuilding for the school, they say, hold your peace. When everything has finished, we will come to your aid. And each time I confronted with complaint from my people, and in complying with their request, I can tell them, hold your peace. One day God will step in, and it is what today we are seeing. This is Willabo, and this is Banker. My lieutenant principals, my hard-working police, I think we all work together. My hard-working CEO, I want to thank you very much for spearheading the project. At each time you in Moravia, you also join me that we put forward this project.
As it stands, there are 6 government high schools in Granco County, but many are experiencing severe shortages of science instructors, which has led to poor performance in national exams. The Ministry of Education has been urged to address this issue as part of its broader effort to improve educational outcomes in the country. I'm Patrick Nguyen reporting from Granco County.
The delay in the construction of the proposed Bama Health Center in Bavolo County is said not to be going well with residents of Bama. Funding for the construction of the proposed project came from the county's Social Development Fund a few years ago. However, the Ministry of Health informed the community that the structure already constructed does not reflect a proper health center. As a result, the government, through the Legislative Support Fund, provided additional funds for expansion. Unfortunately, the expansion work is still at the foundation stage, leaving many in Bama concerned about their health services. Local women leaders Zoe Tesla and Daba Mashed said the lack of a health center is putting women and children at risk, thereby calling on local authorities to take urgent action.
The whole project, I can feel bad about it. Very much bad, because for each time when they bring things like they want, we put hand on it. When you go look, it will get that down. We don't know what the problem. We don't know what really happened. When things come like that, they bring things. When you go look, people will embrace it. But when you go look, it will get that down. We don't know what happened.
How is a healthcare assistant here now?
Bama clinic, Papa. Sometimes anybody that go when you go low 2, 3 days when they do so, they say, you go bomb here, that bomb here. One other lady, one of our sister was sick here. The woman was just conversing. There was no way, Papa. They got to put her on motorbike. When they go, the motorbike will stop. Then when she finished doing that fighting there, before they will take her again and put her on the motorbike. And they carry her to bomb here. So it's very difficult for us here. We're begging now the local authority, please, we want you people to come to our aid. Because any other person say small sickness, they say we ever you care bomb here. The people got to go look for motorbike, no car, motorbike. I'm so tisly.
Daba Marshall, market superintendent for the county. We're suffering here, especially the pregnant women. When they say pain on woman, they say carry bombing here. Sometimes no car, see the road, bombing here road. They put them on motorbike. It looks very dangerous. So now like a few days I heard the ambulance sound. They came for somebody to carry bombing. Before they could get bombing, the person delivered right in the ambulance, they brought them by. So it's very dangerous for us. They take people from Yosua to come here. Because we're supposed to have place here for pregnant women to be there when your belly be now, you be here until you can deliver. But none of those things we got here. So they will stay over there soon, the imping or almost be imping. Then when they bring them, the imping when the doctor not able, and you will not keep them. You just have to refer them. They say go for me here. But so now when they go back there sooner, and the doctor know that you will not able even do your deliverance, they say go near for me here, so that you can be near hospital. Those are problem challenges that we're facing here. Especially our girl children who just put their hand in burning. Yeah. It's a big challenging. Because you go low, some of them in school, they drive from school, they pray. When you go low, they say go bomb me. Some of them, they small. Yeah. They are very small for burning. But then when they put on air, you can't bleed them. They will send them in further down and let bombing. So it's very, very bad. We pray that let God help us with the building here. If God help us, the building here will be all right for all. Even when they take people from Kongba, they will start right here. Yeah. They take people from Vieswa, they will start right here. Daba Marshall.
Local women leaders, Zoe Tesla and Deba Marshall in Bama, Babolo County, expressing concern over the delay in the construction of the Bama Health Center. So what plans are there for the government to have the health center constructed? Dr. George Peters is Babolo County Health Officer.
The facility at Bama, I am telling you that we are into it. I have pushed at the level of the World Bank. World Bank have approved a health center at Bama that will be at the level of a district referral health center that will be doing surgeries and other things. It has already been approved. We have got their deals. We got the tribal certificates and everything. It has been shipped. Yes, through the superintendent, it has been shipped to the Ministry of Health and that of the World Bank.
How soon are they going to start the actual construction work before we can even talk about opening it?
The actual construction work is supposed to be between December and January. The contractors that are supposed to come are independent contractors. I told them, County Health Team, we don't want to be involved into anything in terms of construction. We only need a key for opening of that facility.
Dr. George Peters is Babolo County Health Officer, responding to concerns raised by residents of Bama in Babolo County over the delay in the construction of the health center. Let's now take you to Grand Bassa-Wee Statutory District, while schools are reporting low enrollment at the beginning of the 2024-2025 school year. Authorities at the Jeremiah B. Gadi Elementary and Junior High School in Wee Statutory District, Grand Bassa County, are announcing the overcrowding of the school. Authorities at the school said they are experiencing a huge enrollment for the first time since the school was established. Jeremiah Gadi Elementary School's principal is James Poswa. Poswa put the number of registered students currently at the school at 736, something he said also poses a serious challenge due to the limited seating capacity of the school.
The enrollment this year is very, very high. It has not been like this before because the government reduced the activity fee to nothing. So for that reason, all of the parents got the urge to send their children to the public school. And for the academic registration, what we have done, what we collected from our data, that's what I'm trying to put all that public listen to it. That when we're asking for help, and they will be able to count like for ABC, which is the beginning of the education. We got 109 students. And for the boys, we got 50 boys, we got 39 girls. K1 and 2, we got 33. K2, we got 52. If we sum everything, it will give us 194 from that ABC department, K1, K2. The senior high, we got about 110, 7th and 8th grader that are within the junior high area. If you add 110 to 626, it will give you 736 students that are presently in the school that we are working with.
Your instructors, how are you coping with the huge number of students enrolling this year?
This year, the government of Liberia were able through the Ministry of Education, they were able to assign all new 2 teachers to help to carry on the duty of the teaching activities. And we want to say thank you to God and thank you to the Ministry of Education through our DEO and the Ministry of Education proper.
Great. How is it like here as regards qualified teachers?
For this academic, we got qualified teachers with real document that I myself have seen. We got 11 teachers, and their qualification range from high school to B certificate. Principal that's speaking, I had a B certificate from the GBU 2022. I was one of the graduates of that institution. So for qualification, we got it, and we are working along with it.
Sitting capacity, how is it like? How many of the classes that are being challenged when it comes to sitting capacities?
We got grade 1 and 2, very huge number, very challenging. 6th grade, very challenging. 5th grade, very challenging. For the afternoon, it's fine. Only in the morning section, there are some challenges. Even though we made some decks, but yet and stay. So for the reason, we're able to get in contact with the DEO and say, well, the one you got, the number you get now, you can meeting it, and we just stop right there. Other people can send and say, well, you can go to different schools.
James Poswa is the principal of the Jeremiah B. Gadi School in Wee Statutory District, Grand Bassa County. If you're just joining us, you are listening to Citizens Agenda, a 30-minute package intended to provide citizens access to information through community radio content syndication. It is a production of the Association of Liberia Community Radio, ALICOR. I am Florence Flomo, your presenter. Stay tuned.
Rape is a crime. We stand together in saying no to rape. This message is brought to you by the National Information Dissemination Center, NIDC, a multimedia production studio operated by the Association of Liberia Community Radio, ALICOR.
Recently, the Liberian government announced the suspension of a mobile money payment systems, a platform used to pay government employees. The government said its decision was due to the inadequate oversight over the process, which led to corruption. Teachers in some counties have since expressed concern over the process, but in Nima County, government teachers seem to be moving to various banks in the county. Oswell Benken is the district education officer of Saclay District. Benken told Citizens Agenda that 90% of teachers in his district are now settled with banks of their choices.
View on this?
Well, firstly, I'm Oswald Benken, the district education officer for Saclay Education District 1. The issue of returning government employees that are on mobile money to the traditional banking system is not a bad system. We see it as a means to balance the actual thing that is happening. The mobile money banking system is also a good thing, meaning when it comes to getting teachers to be on time at work at all times. It helps all teachers that are not in the area where there's a banking system. But since the government discovered issue of fraud in it and wants to get things balanced, we advise our teachers to accept the government mandate, because that's the only way the issue of this fraud that they have seen will be solved. But if they have it, they will not know who is who. So we support the government. Really see that means. Even though it is painful for our teachers and it is painful for us, the administrators, because most of our teachers will be leaving the job to get their pay. Sometimes we will be in a queue that will take some 2-3 days. When system down, they will encounter all these problems. We also fear, and the children will also fear. But once there's a means to solve the problem, I know government will get to know that. But it's good to abide by what the government says.
As chief administrator of this education district, you have over 1,000 of teachers under your control. What are their responses? Are they acting quickly, or what are some of the responses that you are hearing from them?
My teachers are all willing to respond to the government mandate. For this, they have been turning out to go through the process. And I think almost all of my teachers that are on mobile money, perhaps 90% have gone through the process. So it shows that they are responding. They are willing to do so once it has to do with the issue of correcting the issue of corruption.
Okay, so you are a colleague to other DEOs as well. And what are some advice or pieces of advice you've been passing to your colleagues in the other educational districts as well?
Fortunately, I am the chairman for the EOs. So I have been in line with the government policy, encouraging them to make sure that all of the teachers that are on mobile money go through the
Oswald Began is the district education officer of Nima Educational District 1 in Saclay Ma District. Well, these teachers in Saclay expressed mixed views over the decision of the government.
My name is Yakiu Koke. I'm an instructor. I was on the mobile money payment. I was on the bank, but they came and recruited us. Yes, they sent us to the mobile money. Me, I feel very fine because the money that we're getting on the phone, we don't know whether they are cutting it, they're going down. We can just see the money in the phone, then we go and get it. Whatsoever that we're going on, we don't know of.
So on the mobile money system means you don't know the exact salary?
No, I don't know the exact salary.
Anything that comes any month, that's your pay for the month.
Yes.
Tell us, is it good to go back to the bank?
Yes, we need to go back to the bank because when we go back to the bank, the money that we are getting, we know what is cutting from or what we're getting, we know, and our balance, we know.
When it comes to government have the assistant seller. Government have the assistant seller, and you can't go against the systems of government. Government, what I've been hearing is they have some people on mobile that were not doing the work, but they say that anywhere as the money enter their phone, they take it away. They're not doing the work. They're not in class. So when you are in a class, based on the bank system, when you're in class, they will be able to identify you. But the mobile government does not have control over it. Anytime the money comes, as one, you take it from there. So that's the reason why they decided to send everybody on bank. So it is a system that the government want to build up, so you can't go against it. The only thing that some of us are saying is based on our distances, the place you live, you don't have bank there. So to get to the bank, it's a process that you have to go through.
So let's look at your location. You think the place you are now is accessible to people, and if there's need for constructing a bank?
Yes, Saclay is a city, and they have so many communities around Saclay. They have so many communities around Saclay. And they that have good road network, that if you bring a banking system in Saclay, people will appreciate it. People will love that because they have so many teachers around here that I'm Dixon and Soma, Vice Principal of Instruction, Johnny Bogas. The government is a controller of everything. When it comes to the system, government knew deep into the system what really affecting them when it comes to the mobile, and they decided to take decision. But when it comes to us, the teachers who belong to the mobile system, mainly for us on this side in Saclay and other parts of the interior, it affects us because we sit to where we are and get our money from the nearby Lone Star area. But when it comes to the bank, you have to transport yourself from one point to another. You will sometimes go to the bank and they will tell you system down. Sometimes you will go without money. You only transport yourself to go thinking that you will get money to come back. Then of course you will spend 2-3 days there before you get money. So that also affects those interior teachers. So, but equally so, government know their system. They know what happened and they know the reason why it started to change from mobile.
Teachers in Saclay, Nima County, speaking to Citizens Agenda as they move to various commercial banks from the mobile money payment system that was recently shut down by the Liberian government. Let's take you to Polawu Town, Kolahu District, Lofa County to bring this interesting development. Mapuka Slay, a local blacksmith and physically challenged, seems to be the habit of the community. Slay work in the town is vital to the existence of many villages, including those of the urban communities. Locals from across his region will starve and parents will struggle to send their kids to school if Sicily did not make local farming tools, including cutlasses, hoes, knives, and other materials. As Elwa Colley lives, this report, compiled by Samuel Bole, Polowu and its environs, cannot move ahead without Sile.
Surviving with two tiny legs, sitting on the ground, Saleh is an important member of the community of Polowu in the Bandeland. Saleh reports to duty every morning to ensure that working tools are ready for village farmers. Often seated near the fire hut in his open workstation, Saleh places raw iron into the blazing fire and uses his hands with so much strength to transform the raw iron into usable farming tools for villagers to make their farms. Saleh offers these services without a monthly wage. It depends on communal engagements for survival. Of course, some people offer him cash for work done, while some offer a day to work for him on his farm. His body size indicates that he is doing something extraordinary that makes him muscular. Both men and women need him at all times. But despite his importance to the community dwellers do not seem to enjoy all the freedoms that comes with the friendship because of a disability. But one thing that is clear, no villager dares to disrespect him. In a heartfelt plea for assistance, Saleh called on the government, humanitarian organizations, and NGOs to provide him with essential tools to enhance his craftsmanship.
I was able to establish my own area to be helping the people to provide cutlasses, hoe, knife, and other material. But the material I'm working with, the hammer, the iron, is not sufficient. It's difficult to get. So I'm calling upon the government or individual to come help me because I'm doing plenty things for the people. Because of me, they are doing their farming activities because I provide all material for the farming activities. They don't go far or again. The nearby town villages, all of them come to me. But yeah, I'm trying to talk to other people to see how they can come near me so that I can be happy then too.
Saleh encouraged his fellow craftsmen who are disabled to focus on building their capacities so as to be able to feed their families.
Again, I'm telling all my disabled people, you can do something for yourself. And even do it for the community. Now they could have get a hand the food. They want to do it, they not can't want to do that. This is why important in Polowu. So I ask all my friends are in the same shoe so they can do something like tomorrow. You will not be hanging on people.
Saleh urged local and national leaders to engage with individuals with disabilities by befriending and including them in community activities. In contrast to many physically challenged people, Saleh continued to cross his way out as a blacksmith. His commitment to elevate not only himself but those around him shows he is a people-centered person. His call to action serves as a reminder of the importance of community support and the need for inclusive policies to improve the living condition of people with disabilities. For Citizens Agenda, I'm Edward Colley with this report compiled by Samuel Bole from Kolahun District in Lofa County.
Well, listeners, this is how we go home on today's edition of Citizens Agenda, a 30-minute package intended to provide citizens access to information through community radio content syndication. It is a production of the Association of Liberia Community Radio, ALICOR. Just before we go, these are stories we have been following. Delay in the construction of the proposed Bama Health Center in Bapolu County leaves citizens frustrated, says the lack of health center in the area is a risk to their health. We heard from them and also heard the response of the county health officer. Teachers in Saklepi and Nima County are moving to commercial banks in their numbers following the suspension of the payment of salaries through mobile money. We brought the story of a physically challenged man in Polowu, Kolahu District, Lofa County, Mapuka Sili, whose work is contributing significantly to the existence and economic viability of his community. On behalf of the entire production team, I have been your presenter, Florence Flumo. Have a good day.
Come on,